Wake up, Asheville! I'm Matt Peikin, and this is your local newscast for Monday, January 5th. A North Carolina judge has allowed a rare petition to move forward that could remove District Attorney Ted Bell from office, and it centers on cases now tied to Buncombe County. The underlying Word of Faith Fellowship prosecutions, stemming from an alleged beating of former member Matthew Fenner in 2013, were transferred to Buncombe for trial, but Bell has remained the prosecutor. Fenner argues Bell should be removed for willful misconduct and failure to perform his duties, claiming he unjustifiably delayed retrying one defendant for years. The December 30th order doesn't decide the facts, but requires a hearing to examine the delay. Read more about this in the Citizen Times. In Polk County, the long closure of US 176 between Tryon and Saluda is still isolating small-town businesses months after Helene. Saluda Mayor Tangi Morgan, who runs the century-old M.A. Pace General Store, says the impassable 1.2-mile gorge section pushes drivers onto I-26, where construction, speed, and crashes make detours stressful, and many travelers simply pass by. NCDOT says more than 97% of Helene-damaged state roads have reopened, but this repair requires environmental reviews, permits, and coordination. Contractors could bid next spring, with work starting as early as April. Read more about this at Blue Ridge Public Radio. All 5 of Asheville's Proterra electric buses are currently out of service due to parts shortages compounded by the manufacturer's bankruptcy. The city has been working for months to terminate lease agreements related to the buses and their batteries. Each vehicle costs more than $600,000, with infrastructure and battery leasing pushing total costs close to $1 million per bus. City Attorney Brad Branham says Asheville aims to end financial responsibility for the buses by early this year. Officials say they won't purchase more electric buses until the technology better meets local needs. Details are in John Boyle's column in the Asheville Watchdog. The 2026 property listing period in Buncombe County is now open and runs through February 2nd. Property owners must report any changes to real estate, and all personal and business property must be listed. Failure to meet the deadline will result in a 10% late listing penalty. The listing applies to items like boats, manufactured homes, and business equipment. Extensions may be requested by February 2nd, and applications for property tax relief are also now available for eligible residents. Read more about this at WLOS. And Asheville is preparing to start design work on an Eagle and Market enhancement project, creating a cultural corridor linking Pack Square to the Block, downtown's historic Black business district. City reviews found South Market Street's narrow sidewalks, dense parking, and thin tree canopy make it feel like a parking lot, while the Eagle Street turnoff can read like an alley. A $3 million Mellon Foundation grant plus roughly $1 million in transportation bond funds would add wayfinding, safer crossings, and public space upgrades. Construction is slated to finish in September of next year. Read more about this in the Citizen Times. If you haven't already, sign up for our free daily newsletter. It's basically this newscast in written form. Go to wakeupavl.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupavl. And please share this podcast with your Asheville friends. I'm Matt Peikin. Thanks for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Asheville.